convincing the military to do anything that makes any logical sense seems like a fool's errand. The endurance component of that job has been replaced by the internal combustion engine.
The major battle is what we call institutional inbreeding. We still do a lot of foot patrols, which is, could be 8-hour days, climbing up on top of hills. Like climbing the hills in Afghanistan is brutal, but it still doesn't help if you're just running in shorts and tennis shoes. Right. So all the guys who would just do like strength training, especially with power clean added in there, like those hills, it's still a sub-maximal load.
Right.
So carrying up hills and all that, and then doing your patrols. And then, like I'd say, at least in our experience, I was in Ramadi. It was a pretty bad battle. We did a lot of sprints and stuff, but again, we were very
That's
aerobically
not 5
fit.
miles.
Exactly. And we were all aerobically fit, but all the running we did do in combat was still horrendous because now we've got a weight on like my 155-pound body weight frame. And now I'm trying to sprint down an alley with that stuff, and I just don't have the power to do it. And,
right.
The Army solution is, well, that's all endurance. You need endurance training. Let's go do it in our bathing suit.
Amazingly enough, the Army is wrong all the time. And this is a spectacular example of how they're wrong. All right, so the stronger you get, the more submaximal the loads you encounter on an everyday basis are.
What if we got stronger and focused on that outside of doing our Army stuff? And then every day we're doing our what we call battle drills anyway.
You're doing
maneuvering with your weapons. Right. You're doing your tactics training. And that is a smoke fest because you're doing, get up, run, get back down, get up. Like what people think burpees will train you for. But burpees, you're not wearing gear,
right?
When you're in your tennis shoes. But that's where your conditioning for your infantry job would 100% come from. Instead of
who doesn't understand?
Let's go run 5 miles, and like you said, they're just looking for their promotion,
right.
And they don't want to rock the boat.
Right.
So if you start changing unit PT and stuff, that's bad because if you do have one guy hurt his back on deadlift because he's a moron and does it wrong, now it's all shut down. They're like, nope, this is why we do it our way. Because weightlifting is dangerous.
Because weightlifting's dangerous, and of course, running doesn't ever generate any injuries. It's just amazing what they can ignore in the fact because this is the primary operating mantra here is this is the way we've always done it, and it's always worked before. But right. What really is the truth is it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked, but they don't know that because all they've seen is the product of this model.
We say measures of effectiveness and measures of performance, and the Army loves to just look at the measures of performance, which is, did your company pass the PT test? Yes, that's a measure of performance. Versus the measure of effectiveness is the test effective to begin with? Does it show that we're combat effective?
Show us what we need to know about combat readiness.
Right. And no. Are we going to go measure VA disability ratings for the next 10 to 20 years and see if we've actually had a decrease in hip and back injuries? Like, probably not. No, but if you got guys stronger and you measured that, you would see a hell of a lot less freaking back and knee and hip injuries. These groups, they're caught up in this functional fitness crap. Yeah. So we will, like the Army says, we gotta build people's core up to prevent back injuries, and it's like, yeah, we need a stronger core. All right, so we're gonna roll on the floor.
You need to get your deadlift up to 405. You need to get your deadlift.
Their answer is to have you roll on the floor doing freaking planks and stuff. Because
just so
if you can squat twice your body weight, that doesn't mean you have a strong core. You got to be rolling around on the floor.
Oh no! You got to be able to do a 15-second plank. Who can't do a 15-second plank that squats and deadlifts?
Well, that's actually one of the new. On the Army Combat Fitness Test. There is a plank event, You got guys training 5-minute planks to max that. I think the max is like 3 minutes if you plank 4, and it's like, all right, well, if the guy, like you said, if the guy has the strength numbers, I'm pretty sure he has a pretty strong core. I mean,
he's got a, we don't ever even say the word core because it's so fucking stupid. My strength training journey, shut the fuck up. Core shit. You take your journey and your core and go the fuck away, please. All right.